Hi there. The Government of Canada has made some significant changes to the intra-company transfer program that will impact the ability of an international company to transfer executives and senior managers to Canada. One of those changes has to do with what is required of that multinational company before it can transfer an executive or a senior managerial employee to Canada. Welcome back. My name is Donovan Francis. I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer at Goose Law Immigration, where we help businesses secure work authorization for their employees inside Canada and save them from having to handle all of the legal hassle. In this video, I want to talk specifically about some recent changes that the Canadian immigration authorities have implemented that will impact the ability of multinational companies that are wanting to transfer senior level people to Canada. Now, many employees who come to Canada currently come to Canada under the ICT. ICT is an abbreviation for intra-company transferee, and this is available to multinational companies that have an operation in Canada and which also have other, revenue generating operations in at least 2 other countries other than Canada. Now, these companies, subject to other requirements, they are able to transfer employees to their Canadian operation so that those employees may secure work permits in Canada and support their Canadian business. Among the types of employees who may be transferred are executives and senior managerial employees. Now, ordinarily, these types of employees, in order to be eligible to be transferred to Canada, these types of employees would have to show that they have the requisite managerial type experience. So somebody who wanted to be transferred under the intra-company transferee program as a senior manager or as an executive would have needed to show that they've worked in a senior managerial role previously, for at least a year. Or they've worked at an executive level for at least a year. They have performed duties that are aligned with those of a senior manager or an executive within their specific industry. So they may have been required to lead a team, or create a budget and manage a budget, or they might have been functional leaders who were responsible for, the operation of a particular division within an organization and so on. But ultimately, what mattered was that this employee was performing and had experience performing the kinds of duties that they were being asked to come to Canada to perform. Now, the rules have changed to make it less likely for a company, an employer, to send an employee to Canada on a work permit if that employee does not meet more stringent work permit requirements. One of those requirements is that now for a senior executive or a senior manager to come to Canada, the company must show that it has the requisite size and scope to facilitate this senior managerial role. So, while duties remain a critical factor, it is not going to be based entirely on duties. The company itself must be large enough, must be robust enough, must be of the right scale to justify the sending to Canada of an executive and of a senior managerial person. And if you think about it, this makes sense because the level at which the role that an executive is going to be occupying will likely be one that will require them to supervise a team, to lead a team, and so on. And so the company must show that there is, they have enough employees, that it's a large enough organization that would warrant them hiring somebody at that level to come into Canada to manage. Okay, so that's a significant change that is going to be impacting multinational organizations wanting to leverage ICT to send senior level people to work in Canada supporting their Canadian operation. All right, I trust you found value from this. As always, remember to like our videos so others will see more videos like this. Subscribe to our channel and check us out on go.gooselaw.com. Thanks, see you again.